Hey, hey! Alright, so some funky technical issues there. Trying to get this set up. Hold on. There we go. My internet kept cutting out, so if you saw 3 of those come through, I'm so sorry. Hanging out with you on a Monday. Listen, it's no lie. Do you see my new mug? More coffee, less talky. Yeah, sorry, we're gonna hang out and talk anyway. Because it's Monday and it's the first day of our new 21 Day Fix kickoff. Sorry, there was something on my mug. Look, my hand's gross. Blah. Anyway, so we're kicking it off today, a new challenge session. And so I wanted to do, instead of putting all this info in a Facebook group that some of you guys might be in, I thought I'd go ahead and just do a video for you. It might be a little bit easier. So answer a couple of the questions we get a lot and just let you know what to expect and what we're going to be doing. So if you're just jumping in and don't know what I'm talking about, the 21 Day Fix program is a Beachbody program, and it's not a quick fix. The name is a little deceiving to me because it's totally just turned into a lifestyle for me. This is going to be my 4th round doing it. So I'm jumping in with the 21 Day Fix Extreme this time with my sister, and she's going to be rocking that with me, and then there's a group of us, bunch of girls who are doing it together, and it's so good to be in an accountability group for these things because it's so easy to give up. The workouts are no joke. The meal plans are like food math to me, and it's just really hard sometimes. So I thought we'd jump in a group together so we can keep one another accountable. So we've got a Facebook group for that. The other thing I love about these girls that I'm doing this with is that we love Jesus more than anything, more than a meal plan, more than a workout regimen, more than what the scale tells us. It's about Jesus, and it's about living free. It's about getting free. It's about staying free. It's about breaking away from those things that hold you back and the things that have kept you trapped and kept you from doing what God's calling you to do. So that's what it's about for us. It's not about diets. It's not about fads. It's none of that. For us, we are taking care of this one body that God's given us. And so we want to do the best that we can, use what works to do it, and then we get to do everything that God asks us to do, and we can say yes and go do it without worrying about our level of energy or if we're physically capable of doing it. So that's my why. I do this because God gave me this body, and I need to be here for my family, and I need to take care of my kiddo, and I need to be there for my husband and hang out with my friends and have a good time and say yes to the adventure, right? So that's why I do this. And so I thought that it would be kind of fun. If you haven't figured it out by the weird angle, I'm totally sitting on my floor because all of my workout stuff is here, and I was like, well, why not? Just hang out on the floor. So, also, I have no idea, because of the way that this was acting earlier, I don't know if you guys are hanging out with me or chatting, so if somebody wants to just give me like either a quick tap for a heart or a comment, that'd be awesome. Okay. I thought yay, a blue heart for our True Blue Fit crew. That's what our coach group is called. So, here's the thing. When you get your 21 Day Fix program in the mail, you're going to get a whole bunch of information and stuff, and if you haven't gotten it already, you should be getting it soon if you ordered it. But this is where you need to go first, right? This is where you're going to find everything you need to get started. So what you're going to want to do, first 2 things, take your measurements. Listen, I know you're probably freaking out. You're like, I don't really want to know how large all of my stuff is. The reason I'm telling you need to take your measurements is because the scale is a big fat liar. And so you're going to pour a ton of work into working out, and you're going to be eating right, and you're going to be drinking all your water, and you're going to get on the scale, and you're going to be like, dude, what the heck? And it's because your scale is kind of dumb and doesn't know the difference between muscle and fat. So as you're building muscle and losing fat and getting toned and lean, your scale doesn't know that. So you need to make sure you take your measurements and write them down, because at the end of 21 days, you're going to celebrate like a crazy person. And I want to do it with you. So I'm doing it. I started today, took my measurements. This is the 4th time I've done it. So I always get a new before and after. So we're going to do it together, right? So do that, number 1. Then I need you to flip in here. You're going to find this page. This is what's going to help you figure out your container thing. If you haven't already done this, this will help you with this little equation right here, figure out exactly how many calories you need to consume, and then figure out, look, I have props, these containers. So each one of the calorie sections that they have, depending on where you fall, is going to tell you you get to have so many green containers. These are for vegetables. These are the hardest ones for me to eat. I have to eat 3 of these a day. Okay, I get to eat 3 of these a day. That's my thing. I'm changing how I talk about this time. I get to eat 3 of these. And vegetables are not totally my favorite, so I'm constantly trying to sneak them in. It's a challenge, but I totally do it. Okay, purple is fruit, and this one I love. This one's very, very easy for me to eat, so I actually have to be careful I don't eat too many of these because fruit is good for you, but like everything, moderation is key. And so what I love about this, it doesn't exclude anything from what you eat. It just tells you, it helps you learn what an appropriate amount is, right? So, and you get your red container. This is protein. Protein is super important because you're going to be doing a lot of really hard workouts and you're going to need that to refuel. So as you're drinking your Shakeology, which I'll give you my favorite recipe in a little bit for that, make sure that you are eating enough protein. Yes? And don't make it just chicken. Dude, chicken is so boring. Get a steak in this thing. Fish, pork, do some pork chops, do ribs. I don't care. Just make it interesting. This one, oh, the yellow container. I love you so much. This one's the carb container. And they actually have a bunch of other stuff that can go in here too. I can eat this one by 10 a.m. Both of them that I'm supposed to eat. So this one I have learned is my weakness, so I have to be super careful with this one. But again, we're not eliminating things. We're just learning how to eat the right things in the right sizes. See? Isn't it so cute? These guys get a little complicated because some of the recipes you'll find will be like, it's a half blue, half orange. Okay, so these are like nuts and oils and things, and so the back of the book tells you exactly how that breaks down. But this one, this is where cheese goes. I love me some cheese. So, this one I really love so much. This one's harder for me actually. Look how cute and tiny it is. It's like the little baby. It's like the baby sister of the group over here. And that one's a little harder for me to make sure I get in, but if you use the recipes that are on the Beachbody site, when you log into your account, there's a recipe section. You can get a ton of great recipes, and they actually break down the container count for you, so you don't even have to think about it, which is super helpful, especially for the first week, because it's like, it's so much to know. All right, so after you do that, the next thing you need to do is figure out how much water you need to drink. And I'm going to tell you, there's this weird thing. I don't like water. I don't like drinking water. It's boring. But between the first 2 sessions I did, the more water I drank, the more water I craved, and the more I like drinking water. So it works out. But this page right here, this is page 12 in mine, gives you a little equation to help you figure out how much water you're supposed to drink. And so here's my trick. This like super gigantic Shakeology cup that comes with your kit, this is I only use for water. I don't put my shake in here. Yes, a super cute water bottle makes all the difference for sure. Totally spring on one. It's worth it. Actually, look. Even more puffs. Look at these cute ones. These were from Dayspring. Aren't they adorable? They were on their clearance section, so I stocked up. I happen to have 6 of them here. So if you're in our group, you might be getting one as a prize. I hope you love it. So this holds 25 ounces of water. If I drink 3 of these in a day, I've had my water. And there's something mental for me where it's easier for me to drink 3 large things than 8 or 9 little things. So this is just my trick. This is how I do it. So there's also recipes in here on how you can make your water a little more fun. Different stuff you can add to it. Like you can add mint leaves and the lime wedge if you're feeling fancy. I just drink it and get it over with, to be honest. So that is that for the water. Okay, so Shakeology, my favorite is the vegan chocolate. I've tried them all. I got the super sampler. I tried them all. Dude, the vegan chocolate's the way to go. I can make it taste like a Frosty. It makes me happy. So my favorite recipe to do with the vegan chocolate Shakeology is to brew a cup of either French vanilla coffee or chai tea put it in the refrigerator until it gets cold, and then put it in the blender with ice and my Shakeology and mix it up, and it's like a 2-for-1. I get my coffee and my shake all in one. So that is my super easy favorite recipe. And then it's also a good idea so Shakeology doesn't really hold well, like if you want to make it ahead of time. So one thing you can do is make it ahead of time and freeze it. And then whenever you get ready to leave the house, take it with you. By the time it thaws and you're ready to drink it, it'll be good to go. That way it doesn't get weird and clumpy. So something to think about if you have to pack your food up and take it with you to work or whatever. Try freezing it and taking it along with you, and it'll be super cold when you're ready for it. So that is Shakeology. Workout stuff. So hopefully you've kicked off this morning and you've already done your workout, and I sent a friend a sweaty selfie because I was like, hey, did you do your workout? I did mine. I look gross. So if you didn't do it already though, and you're like, oh, I just don't have the stuff I need, here's the stuff that you will need for the 21 Day Fix workouts. You will need weights. Okay, no, wait. Let me back up. You're going to need some sneakers, people. You're going to need some shoes. So go buy yourself, I'm not going to lie, these were on clearance $17 at Target, but they do the trick. Put some better insoles in them if you need them. Get yourself some good shoes because you're going to be on your feet. These are not easy workouts, but they're not long workouts, but you want to not hurt yourself, so get some good shoes. Get some good shoes. The other thing you're going to need light weights and you're going to need heavy weights. There's going to be a couple workouts that use different versions, and they'll always tell you at the beginning. So these are the weights that I have. I upgraded since the first round. The first round I was using 2-pound weights, and these 5 pounds were my heavy weights. These are now my light weights, and these big guys, okay, 8. Just go along with it. They're heavy. I'm fine. I know they're not that big, but these are my heavyweights now. So got those off of Amazon. If you're an Amazon Prime member, they'll ship them free, which considering you're buying 16 pounds of weights is really helpful. The other thing that you might want is a resistance band. I picked this one up at Target. I price shopped around. They had the cheapest ones. This was $10. So you can get that in their fitness aisle. You can use if you're just doing the 21 Day Fix and not the extreme version, you can use either a resistance band or the weights. So it's totally up to you, whichever you're more comfortable with and what you want to use. You can get that. So it does feel like a lot of stuff, but it's definitely an investment. Once you buy this stuff once, you're done. Like the only thing you have to keep buying is the Shakeology if you want to keep going. And you're going to want to keep going because, listen, when people are like, hey, look at your arms, and, oh, have you lost weight, and look how cute you look in that, you're going to be like, yeah, I'm going to keep going. So, yes, yoga mat. Okay, here. This is going to be super awkward, but I will show you. I'll show you mine. Hold on just a second. I have to move all my weights off of it. Oh, another thing I found at Target that I'm really loving are these little weightlifting gloves, because I have found that as the weights get bigger, my hands were getting just totally eaten up by like whatever this non-grippy stuff is on them. So they were super cheap too. All right, so either a yoga mat, for sure, you're going to want that. Or Beachbody has these, they're called the mini mat. Hey, mini mat. It's super squishy. Look how thick it is. It's like this big foamy thing. And I really love it because when you're doing the ab work or the Pilates stuff, I have hardwood floors, and so it's not super comfortable for me just to lay down on the floor. So this guy is awesome. Not super expensive either, but definitely worth the investment. I use it all the time. Actually, my daughter uses it as a nap time mat on the weekends. So look at that. We're getting money out of it all over the place. So that is the gear, I think. Let me look around. Did I miss anything? Nope, I'm good. All right, so if you're in our group then for this challenge, I want to let you know about the location of a couple things in that Facebook group. We have a welcome kit that's going to go over all this, give you links to everything that you need to get, sample meal plans, welcome letter, pictures of all the coaches so you know who's talking and who's doing what. And it's going to just give you some encouragement. Our before and after successes are in there, and our non-scale victories are in there. So make sure you take some time to look at that. If you click on the Files tab in that Facebook group, you'll find that. And then you'll also find this sort of a tentative schedule, what to expect for this session in this Facebook group. We're not going to do a big post every day. You're going to get encouragement every day because we did these fun little things, these little printables. So you'll get your little Instagram, Facebook square image that you can share. We'll make sure we share that in just like a super short Devo. I'll post it on my Instagram and then just put it in the group so you guys see that. So you'll get that every day. And then we'll just pop in a couple times a week, either with a check-in post just to ask how things are going, a recipe post where we can all share our favorite recipes, talk about our favorite workouts, or just encouragement for the weekend, because that can be the hardest time for me on this. It's really super easy during the week for me to be able to stick to the plan, and then the weekend comes and we travel and we go places and it's shot. So we know that can be a really tough time, so we want to make sure you guys are encouraged over the weekend too, because we've got 3 weeks together and we're going to make the most of it. Because listen, we are in this together. Our group is called Stronger Together because we believe that. We know we can't do this alone. We know that we can't do this on our own. And so we are coming to this fully relying on the strength that we have through Christ in us and not on our own strength. Because in my own strength, I would stay in bed and I would choose not to work out, and I would eat the extra chocolate bar, and I would cheat on every meal, and I would not treat my body the way that God's asking me to treat it. Because today's little our encouragement square is this verse. Don't you know that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit who comes from God and dwells inside of you? You do not own yourself. You have been purchased at a great price, so use your body to bring glory to God. And that's 1 Corinthians 6:19 through 20, and that's the Voice translation if you're looking for that later. Listen, we are bought at a great price, and so it is up to us to treat our bodies like the temple for the Holy Spirit that it is. And so that's why we do this. We get up every morning, not in our own strength, but through Christ's strength. We put on our sneakers, we do the hard work, we eat the right food, we support and encourage one another, because that is what we're called to do. Okay, so we're going to run this race together because it is a race of endurance. It is not a sprint, and we're going to cheer one another on, and we're going to grab hands and go across that finish line together. Okay, so you aren't in this alone. This Facebook group is your group, so if you're in there, you jump in, ask questions, ask for prayer, lean on us. We're there to help you and support you and do this with you. Okay, so we're not experts. We are just, okay, Mama Hall. This is Erin, by the way. She's my coach. You want the little screenshot? Hopefully it doesn't look like I'm flicking anybody off. Do that one. I'll get you a picture of it then too, Erin. But we love you guys, and we are so excited for you because we have done this. This isn't something we're selling, right? This is something we've done and that we believe in, and it's just part of our lives. So anyway, we love you girls. We're so excited that you're joining us, and I know my sister was on here, but I couldn't follow her before, so she was trying to chat. It didn't work, so sorry about that. If you guys want to let me know that you want to tune into these, that you're on Periscope, I'll make sure I follow you. And then the next one, oh wait, no, look, there you are. Just kidding. Maybe I didn't have the settings right. Hey, Kat. I will make sure that you guys all are included and can do all the stuff that you need to do. So anyway, it's been fun chatting with you. And if you have other questions, do you guys have questions? I don't even know who's on here. My remaining 3 people. You're so cute. Thanks for hanging out. If you have questions and you're in the Facebook group, ask them there. Ask your coach. We are here for you, and we can't wait to do this. So have a happy Monday. We get to have a happy Monday, right? We're choosing that. I will be drinking more of my coffee out of my fabulous mug and drinking my water, because this is how we do. And we're going to rock this week, right? And the next 21 days and the 21 days after that. And we're going to make it amazing. So I will talk to you real soon. Bye.